everybody. It's true that we are not open yet, but we are working hard to prepare to do so, maybe even within the next couple of weeks. I would kind of prefer to see that Tarrant County CDC rating come out of substantial, but just know that I'm researching, I'm working on these things every day, I'm ordering more and more supplies to help us in the process of being able to protect people and have a safe environment, and that as instructors we will be able to fulfill our first mission every day, which is first do no harm. And it seems like that's a really hard mission to be able to take care of right now. So I'm in this video, I'm just going to tell you about a few of the decisions that I have already made that are pretty crucial. And one is that it's simply not going to be possible for us to have any bigger group equipment classes or mat classes, because no matter how I choose to rearrange the studio, I'm not going to be able to get people far enough apart. So I feel that we should be trying to go with 10 to 13 feet apart rather than the minimum of 6 feet apart, and that is based on lots of information coming out of a lot of different sources, and I just think it's the more prudent thing to do. So all the mat classes that we will put on the schedule, they'll have to be online, and there are not going to be any larger group equipment classes. Probably we can have some that are 2 and 3 people, and how we do that, we're going to have to very carefully lay that out and think about also how many teachers and clients are in here at once, and just all of those logistical practicalities of that. Something else that may impact your preparations for class are that we're not going to allow any barefoot training anymore, or at least for a while. So we're going to be suspending that. So you will either need to wear socks or some kind of exercise shoe. Cotton socks are less slippery, but I usually recommend grip socks. And then just to put that in a little more perspective, a lot of you know that we have a lot of this shelf liner around the studio, and we will keep using this too. But because of all the holes in it, and it's not going to be possible to adequately clean that immediately after a session, it means every time we use one of these, it's going to have to go in a laundry basket, bin, whatever, and not get reused until it's washed. And I'm just not going to be able to do laundry every night. So that's a harsh reality. But you know, well, the other thing is, no grip socks that are half toe socks. So if these are the kind you've got, you're just going to have to get something that fully covers your toes for when you're in here, at least. So like we have a lot that are still for sale here, and actually right before all this started, I had just gotten a new shipment of socks. So I actually have quite a selection here. Many of the styles I have here are already unavailable through the company. Like they're already sold out. So if you're interested in doing any like shopping through Zoom or something, we can make an appointment for that. Also, the people at 33 Threads, who are the parent company for the toe socks at Tabby Noir and the Base 33, they have very kindly set up discount codes for different studios. And ours is Pilates Works 10, and some of you received this in the mail. And so when you use that Pilates Works 10 code, you get 10% off your total order, and we will also receive a small credit towards future inventory, which will help our bottom line farther down the line. So like this is a tabby noir sock. It's one where it fully covers the foot and the toes are not divided. It is a very stretchy pair of socks, has a really high thread count. The tabby noir socks have a little more play in them, and so like who all they can fit, there's kind of a little more flexibility and room in there. I think you can probably kind of hear. So those rippers are pretty sticky. And actually, I've had this pair for quite some time now already. So that's, you know, they feel great. They have a lot of grip. I would say that most of my socks, I get holes in the socks before the grippers wear out. And I think that is a testament to this company and the quality of the stuff that they produce. I can say, however, that I have noticed that if I get some socks really dirty, and like we've had like no air conditioning in here last fall and there was dirt blowing around in here, and anytime I've like worn my socks to like a fitness conference at a hotel or something and they get really dirty there, when you start using a lot of like stain remover kinds of stuff on them, that does tend to kind of destroy the grippers. So you want to think about what you're cleaning them with, what you're doing with them. I usually wash mine in cold and hang them to dry, and that also seems to preserve the grippers. So like with the toe socks, they have the toes divided, and then they still have little grippers that even go all the way up onto the toes for some extra grip there. Different styles have kind of different properties too. So like something like these ballerina socks, they actually have like woven into the arch a little extra arch support. So when you look at the descriptions on the websites, sometimes you can kind of find some of that information. With something like these L socks where they have a little double X elastic, I find that that double elastic combined with what they have put the little extra arch support in there, that actually fits the foot really well. With any of the toe socks where the toes are divided, it's really extra important that you try to order the right size of sock, because they don't have quite as much flexibility, because they need to stay more fitted to the foot to be able to do the individual toes. Whereas the tabby noir socks, they have a higher thread count and just a lot more general flexibility. Now the base 33 socks, those are more of kind of a unisex sock that is often more appealing to men, and they have a different gripper pattern on the bottom. They're really thick, really nice socks. The tabby noirs and the toe socks even come in knee sock versions, and like I love my different knee socks because then they help keep your calves warm too in the cold weather, and I think that may just be kind of a dancer thing too. And you can get the knee socks with the toes also. And then with the Disney socks that are a lot of fun, they have themed grippers on them. So like, even in the adult ones, but like with the kid ones, there's the Frozen socks have little snowflakes under them, and the princess socks have little tiaras, and the Minnie Mouse socks have little hair bows, and the Toy Story is really fun too. And Mickey Mouse socks, they have the ears. And the Lion King socks that are so adorable, they have the paw prints for the kids. And even in the adult Disney socks, they still have the themed grippers for the different Mickey and Minnie and stuff. And some of the adult ones come in extra smalls also, so they're good for like preteens and stuff. And of course, you know, there's always just plain ones. They're nice and practical. So, things to think about. And of course, for people that have structural problems with their feet, where there's a lot of integrity issues, you know, we're still going to let people clean off their shoes, and we are always going to keep something around that's going to be near the front that you can do some good disinfecting of the bottoms of your shoes if you need that support for your feet. So I think that's it for today, and I will share some more information tomorrow, and I appreciate everybody's feedback, support, suggestions. As we add a combination of more paid mat classes onto the schedule besides some of the free ones that I've been doing, we'll kind of be rebalancing some of that. I have still been doing free classes about 6 days a week. Some of that is going to start reducing as more paid things are going into the live stream broadcast part of the schedule. And just trying to figure out how to reinvent the wheel. So, you know, everybody stay well and do what you can to exercise, and try to get outside too when you can, and we'll just keep figuring it out as we go along, because there's really no new normal yet. There is a process of constant reinvention, and we're kind of reinventing the wheel, I feel like. And we're going to have to reevaluate everything every day and continually evolve, adapt, and change based on current information in real time, and just how all that comes in. And so everybody take care, stay safe, and know that we are working on all of it.